We've just finished the second race of the day, and you can see that the ILCA 4s are still racing away in the background, but the ILCA 6s and 7s are finished. They're on their way home. So what better time for a little chat? Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sam Edwards and I'm sailing in the 6 today.
And what's your background? Because this is a transitional weekend.
So I haven't transitioned recently to the 4.7, to the 6, but I did do in the 4 for 2 years, and I've done 1 year in the 6 now.
And are you part of the current RYA squad system? How does that work?
Yes, I'm currently part of the youth squad in the 6, and I did the 4.7 national squad before that.
So you're progressing along the pathway.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about this week? We interviewed James Haddon, national coach, early on in the week, but what does it mean to the sailors to come and have a time like this in Weymouth?
Well, I think it's just been really nice sailing, and I think it's a really good week for people that are moving into the boat and that are moving up the sails. For me, it's just about getting more training in the 6 and racing against really good people. So.
Yeah, there was a cheeky Hannah Snellgrove who was involved in that last race, showing us all how to do it. It's just obviously keen for a bit more time on the water. And how about the race? We were training out in the bay this morning and then racing in the harbour, Portland Harbour, this afternoon. So very different conditions.
Yeah, the wind definitely died down a bit as well. But I say that race, I thought my start was good. First beat upwind, I went right, which I thought would pay, but it didn't get paid as much as I was hoping for. And then second beat upwind, I wasn't really sure which way I wanted to go, so I went up the middle trying to tackle the shifts.
Yeah, quite often you need to get to a side. I mean, the most important thing is being in phase, but it is difficult if you've got a shifting wind, which is also dying, because there tends to be more pressure on the old side. But we're right under a very large topographical feature, Portland, so it makes it pretty interesting racing. And we've got more racing tomorrow. Any thoughts for that, or how far have you got in your race preparation?
Not very far for tomorrow, that'll be for tonight. But probably see how the training goes in the morning and go from that.
Yeah. It's a long day on the water, I guess. What do you reckon you've done today? Getting on for 6 hours?
Yeah, it's been a long time. But it's been really good so far. So.
I'm very pleased to hear that. Well, I guess I better let you go, although I can see we've got the 4.7s are on their bottom reach now, so you've sort of got cut off from returning to the harbour. But lovely to talk to you, and all the very best for the future.